So if I build a character that has ED, that doesn't like
erectile dysfunction.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it depends. There's also a thing in D&D called backgrounds, which actually are give you certain abilities and otherwise they're not as prevalent.
But like subclass.
It's more like a flavor subclass almost.
Subclass.
Yeah. So, like, let's say there's two different ways you can like do a character, right? Either do like the chicken was first, like Duncan's kind of saying, or the egg.
Yeah.
Either you have an idea, you have like a class you want to play, and usually you can get like any character to play any class. It's not really like that hard.
Is it not race based?
No.
Not strictly.
No.
I mean, if you're some people will play like optimization builds, but the gains are so marginal in most cases. Like,
I guess I'm assuming that's however your whatever basis your DM or GM either went off of, or if they created their own as well.
Yeah. So, it's just mostly up to what do you want to do.
I want ED.
Like, in your character can have ED.
But how? Were you born with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it come from your lack of?
No, I was born with it.
And that's that. And then you can even go, okay, my ED comes from my lack of charisma, my understanding of the the human condition, yada yada yada, whatever.
It sucks because I want it to be like where I am like I'm kind of charismatic, right? I'm like kind of charismatic. I do have attractions and I do get horny, but I just can't get it up. I want there to be like a specific lore story where like the first girl I was with, we tried to get something going and it didn't work out and I was super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Another interesting concept is like stuff that's normally like troublesome in our world isn't necessarily troublesome in a world where magic might be common.
Yeah.
Like
what if I have a magic immune ED?
Yeah,
I mean,
or you're just too poor, or you.
Yeah,
or whatever.
like what if you went up to a cleric, right? The magical, people who typically would help you with this, and they just say, yeah, this procedure of your dick has been cut off from a amount of blood, right? So then you can't get fully hard or whatever.
Or you could even take like a monk approach, or like the chi or chakra has been blocked.
Yeah, and so now it requires you to go through all these trials to gain knowledge of mind, body, and self. That's your kind of like your character arc if you actually want to make a character based around ED. So
how do wands work? Are they just a vessel that are filled with magic and you use commands, or are you filled with magic?
There's
and
two different kinds of wands, and even different classes uses different wands differently. Most classes use them as basically a focus for magic to go through, whereas like one class called the Artificer uses it actually to imbue magic into, and that's how they kind of
like do their casting and shit.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Would it be possible to have only specific parts of your body have like a magic affinity? Like I can't cast magic if I'm holding a wand in this hand, but I can in this hand.
Yeah, like almost a selective proficiency type thing.
Yeah. The only thing with that is it becomes a little bit of a semantics issue in which it's like, oh, let's not, it's like it's almost you're making like almost non-issues for yourself. And some DMs don't like that.
It's just more to keep track of. That doesn't have material impact, right?
Yeah. And is there like a specific reason in which you want to be, magically declined in one hand?
So, since you obviously this is as the player, I wanted to go in a certain route. Obviously, as the actual character, I'm not going to be in the same mindset, but it might just go into this route anyways. And since you're just gonna like spectate here and there, and you're not gonna be like a dedicated party member, I can tell you, I actually just want to be a huge hindrance to the people in my party, like a huge hindrance.
Yeah.
One interesting way of doing that is alignment as well.
And there's also certain classes. One of the best classes to do so is called a wild magic sorcerer, in which occasionally one of your spells will go kablooey and shit will happen, such as causing you to burst into flames, almost killing everybody in your party.
So good.
So like, there's a way to do it, right? Because you also want to be as useful as much of as a hindrance.
Because the character
Because
wouldn't
the last
join
thing
a
you want to
party
do is have people actually not want to play with you. That would be bad, to say the least.
I just killed Kaiden on the first.
I mean, Kaiden's been killed in the first.
I know. He told me about it.
Yeah, and that's when he stopped playing, which is kind of funny.
He told me that he set himself up for that. He made a character that actually just just set himself up for it.
Yeah, the character was very defiant, to say the least.
Yeah.
And it was wouldn't have. One of the core things when creating characters, you have to create a character in which they want to go on adventures and they want to actually venture. You can't make a character that just wants to sit at home and do nothing. So just that's something that people forget to do.
You could make like laziness a personality trait, but you can't make it an actual objective or anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a character that's like, oh, I want to work hard now, so then I never have to do anything ever again. I can like have enough gold as like an adventurer or something like that. So.
And then I could grab it like some fancy stopwatch and go back.
That's funny.
I need to figure out somewhere to put all my fucking gold before someone steals it off me. I need to find a bank or something.
You check your player notes. Check the ones I gave you. You'll be actually quite surprised about the idea of a bank. So,
just make Grafraxis your bank.
The problem is Grafraxis is a weak, frail old man. If anybody finds out that he's money, he's gonna get robbed to high hell.
I mean, he's already been robbed.
By you,
Duncan,
yeah.
Duncan, you could scare him to the point where he would never. Obviously, it's up to roles, but he would never want to. He would never take a step that would like hinder your bank. Does that make sense?
Oh, the dwarves. Oh, that'd be cool to visit.
Yeah, the Kundarak.
Yeah.
In the Moorholds, which you are actually kind of getting into that same area more or less, pretty soon. So that would definitely be a good pit stop for you to do soon. Is stop by there and.
The tricky thing is, access, right?
Well, the idea is that there's banks everywhere. So
yeah,
you could. I just don't specifically say, oh, there's a bank. You know. It's more of a thing.
One of the many things in town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what you did with the wand shop, or the broom shop, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the magic shop's one of the things that are kind of only in Arcanics because it's a magical place, and there's not many places that have.
But I just mean like as a way that you would answer the question, like how you'd say like, oh, there's a shop in town. Like there's a bank in town. That's what you did with because obviously, so maybe Arcanics is like one of the only places that would have a broom shop, but at the same time, I'm assuming that city could have multiple broom shops, and the party members wouldn't know that. So your response to David was, there is a broom shop in town, yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
I don't know if you noticed when he went back to the broom shop, you gave the guy's name of the shop a different name.
Yep, that is correct. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah. Which got me thinking if it's either
multiple people working there,
or multiple shops, or a magical shop that changes appearance.
Or the guy just
so
lied.
smart. Well, I also said the name of the shop twice, and both times I said the name of the shop different names. That's a DM. That's a DM to DM moment here because you're gonna become a DM. I forgot the dude's original name, and I was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
It's like whatever.
Yeah. So I
He retconned it.
Because
no,
no one
I
else
didn't
died.
retcon it. It becomes its own thing. It's now out of my
it's
hands.
just okay.
So now
Yeah.
it's
How do we explain it? Well, there's
Yeah.
a few ways we could do that.
yeah. So now there's a shop that changes names, and both of the names started with E, right? That was the main thing I focused on.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. I made sure that I think they both started with E. That was my biggest thing.
Oh, it's good to take notes while you're playing then.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. As long
most-
as it's not taking you too far out of the immersion, I'd say.
yeah.
Shouldn't
Like
feel like homework.
exactly. That's a good way to put it. Enough to keep you like able to hold a conversation with your party members.
And I've gotten into the habit of taking notes like in italics for stuff I'm not even present for, just for something to do. Keeps me kind of engaged.
I'll just set up
yeah,
a
that's
speech
awesome.
to text. I'll just set up a speech to text off of Discord.
And taking notes of stuff that your character may not even know about, while that might make RPing later a little more complicated in your own head, it does make like information transfer easier. Like,
Yeah.
oh, character fills in character about this, and
Yeah.
if the players already know what that is, you don't have to spend the time doing it.
But there's like certain things that I just shouldn't take notes on. Like
And
Like what? Like it kind of depends. Like
depends on your playstyle as well, right? Like I take notes on everything monetary
Yeah.
because Dubak cares about that.
yeah. And if you're playing like a dumb character, for some people, it's just easier to not take notes, because then you just forget things and you get to play out a dumb character. You know,
Yeah, true.
as if you want to, one of the things to do to be a complete hindrance would be to play a unintelligent character. Or a unwise character.
I talked about that. I wanted to
Or
see
have
how low
amnesia.
I could go. I wanted to see if I could get like a 1 IQ, and that's just not okay.
Yeah. Not 1 IQ. I mean, probably the lowest you can go is probably like a -3 to your intelligence. So.
And you can have fun when you start thinking about the difference between intelligence, wisdom, and all the other
Yeah.
Uh,
And so
skills.
have you heard of
Super
the?
wise, but absolutely brain dead.
Yeah, it's like the mad scientist is high int, low whiz,
Yeah.
which is always really fun to think about.
Yeah. Or like a seasoned homeless man might be low intelligence, high whiz.
Yeah.
It'd
like
be
a sage.
smart to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be smart to do that, but it wouldn't be wise.
Yeah.
True.
Shit, get my butt handed to me.
Are you gonna watch Konosuba with us, Mitchell?
When's that?
Whenever.
Probably in like within the next like 20 minutes or so. It's up to Jose.
I might. I was gonna play Dusk, but I'm gonna my ass.
Oh yeah, you're streaming, right?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now. But if I keep getting my ass handed to me, I'm not gonna keep playing what's on the stream. So
God, what's making planning this more difficult for me is you guys didn't give me a lot of requirements, so it's really open-ended. So I have a lot of,
Wait, requirements for
Flexibility.
what?
or just like stuff you guys particularly wanted, or
Or didn't want?
none of you guys are particularly picky because you haven't played.
Kind of did.
Yeah, that's
what
right.
what did Kaiden ask for?
Oh, let me show you. Do you have it, Duncan? Can you show it on your thing so he can see it?
Yeah,
Oh,
here,
then
let
I'll
me-
have to pause you. Let's see this.
Um,
I'm not
Fuck.
looking at chat. Okay,
One sec.
so. Yeah, so like what kind of character? Oh, dude, Jose's here.
yeah. So this is the sheet I had them fill out. This was Kaiden's responses.
It's not showing me right now.
Try leaving the stream and then rejoining.
Oh wait, no.
Unless.
No, because I can see it, Duncan.
Okay, yeah. Because I
Oh,
have
you
camera
can't?
and share screen on.
Oh, there we go. For some reason, when I hit no show non-video, okay. Oh wait, if we how should we start with dinner? A fourth of the amount of time I masturbate, so probably like once a day or every other day. Wants to meet once a day for a campaign. I want to RP in a BDSM based world. Get to be CBT to be a big portion of the role play. I don't care when or who are involved as long as I get fucking dominated. I don't like everyone to refrain from breaking character. I do not want immersion to be ruined but from fourth wall interactions or out of character content. Oh. Is there any other good ones? Oh, God.
Is there more or is that it?
Is that it?
That was it. Yeah.
I like how he spelled his name too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's even worse because you're like, okay, because like what your goal?
I filled that for context. I filled that out for Cutting. I just was fucking around,
okay.
so that Duncan could take a picture, of it and send it to Cutting and be like, I don't know if we can cater to your play style.
Yeah, I said, hey man, I appreciate the feedback on the D&D and all, but I'm not sure I can accommodate your particular play style. Maybe you could bring up a few of these things with the group and we can come to a compromise.
That's funny as well.
I was hoping that he would either get confused or get a little bit mad, and he instantly messaged, or he when I talked to him in chat, he was like, "Oh, I saw your thing, Abby," and then he was like, "That shit was funny." I was like, "What are you talking about?" But like nobody else in this group, at least like in this D&D group, would have done some like. I just wasted my time doing that just for a laugh. Nobody else would have done that, and so obviously it was me. I just wish it wasn't like that.
It annoys me to all hell that Bladen is not spelled with the same conventions as Kaiden.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it, but fuck, man.
Fuck.
Bladen's a cool name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
Oh, I bet he's heard that before.
If you want, I can you could send me my survey and I could revise it. Because I've also been watching you guys' D&D for a little while. I might be able to like get into more depth.
It's not big. I should actually probably be reading your guys' responses. Wow. I was going off memory, alright?
Also, to be honest, like maybe if I'm the only one who's revising, maybe that's not a good idea anyways, because like you can't just cater around one person. Does that make sense?
I mean,
Well, yeah,
so
but-
like if one person's like, yeah, I don't do dairy, then you're for sure not gonna have dairy on the fucking menu.
Of course, this is different.
Yeah, and then if somebody's like, yeah, I want cupcakes, you know you're gonna put fucking cupcakes on the menu. But if nobody else says anything else, then you're like, well, then I can do whatever I want with the rest, you know? So.
Yeah, but if somebody's like, I want the $5,000 burger with the gold flakes on it, you not fucking put that on the menu.
Yeah, you just give them a normal burger and you go, fuck you. This is what this is what you paid for.
If somebody's like, I want to play about a fourth of how much I masturbate, so like once a day, you're not really gonna cater to that.
I like that implies that he masturbates 4 times a day, every single day, which is quite pog, you know. I gotta say.
Yeah, I wanted to go such like a beat around the bush way of saying that. It was so good.
I got Scout. I got Scout.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do an Adventures League module.
Nice.
There's lots of good short ones.
What's that thing that you guys, that website that you have set up, Mitchell? Like that one that you use
For what use?
It's
for like
Foundry.
the map and
Oh,
dice
yeah,
rolls,
it's
inventory,
Foundry.
all that. That is cool. That website is sick.
No, yeah, it's super fucking nice. It's a $50 one-time fee. I port forward and everybody connects through it. It's better than Roll20, which is what we used before, in my opinion. A little bit less straightforward, but has a lot more features, which I found to be very useful facilities. So.
Are you the only one who owns that?
Yeah, I'm only the one that needs to own it. So.
Duncan, you're gonna have to buy that.
It's fine.
I mean, I might be able to just get you the files itself, but
That would be good too.
actually, I
Well-
don't think so.
Yeah,
We'll see-
yeah.
we'll s-
We have to talk about that after stream. There's no way Mitchell would ever do something like that, but we'll talk after stream.
We'll see how the one shot goes.
Yeah. What are you gonna run it on then? Just roll 20.
Maybe we'll see. Hell, I mean, depending on timing, we might even be able to do it in person.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Let me write that down.
Fuck. Oh shit.
I wish I was a more fucking patient person.
Like, what do you mean?
I know that this takes a lot of prep, like a lot of prep, even for like just one shots and shit like that. But like, I'm just super excited. I want it to happen as soon as possible.
It's gonna take a lot of prep for me, mostly just because I'm so inexperienced. But
Yeah. The
I feel
only thing
shitty
is
just constantly telling you. I feel shitty constantly telling you like, hey, we should look into like D&D shit. I feel bad doing that.
no,
but
I need that. Otherwise, it won't happen.
yeah, if you want, I guess I was gonna say I could show you my DM notes, but it's funny. I actually had literally almost no notes for Crystal Strahd because I run it off the book, and then I
Yeah.
had a small amount of just like notes here and there. And I can't
I've
show
been
you the
watch-
notes now, so
I've been watching YouTube channels of a bunch of different DMs for years now, so
yeah.
I feel like I've osmosis a fair amount of, I guess, common sense for
Yeah.
DMing at least.
And it's such a weird it's actually quite like such a weird, straightforward practice in a way.
Yeah, it's like just be honest and straightforward. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
don't
just,
get too convoluted.
Yeah.
Keep it low key.
tell us everything.
Sweet.
All right, Avi.
Fuck.
I think I found a good set of options for us.
Ooh.
A prison escape one might be kind of fun.
That sounds cool.
Oh yeah.
And that way, like, that's an easy way to insert unique characters. And, well, actually, depending on how we want to do the one shot, we could even set it up so you guys get to go through the experience of creating characters.
Was it?
Whereas some one shots have pre-made characters.
Yeah.
You know how our characters can meet?
What?
You're like in the shower and you drop the soap, and I actually saved you from the guy who's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
kind of
that was a good bait and switch.
I was like, wait.
No, he saves you just so then, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're his bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like a little bit like consensual too, because you know he saved you already.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks after you.
Yeah.
True.
He cares about
I'm like, let me show you the ropes.
He's a caring lover.
Yeah.
He doesn't just take, he also gives.
Yeah. But on the weekends,
He
on the,
gives a lot.
By it cock.
He gives so long.
yeah.
Fuck, I scared the shit out of myself. I had a little bit of my mustache hanging down in front of my teeth. It totally looked like I was missing a tooth.
It's so funny.
Did you feel for the tooth? What was that?
Yeah, I was freaking out for a second.
You're like, what was in that energy drink?
Like, you see what?
Yeah, true.
True.
Freaks me out, man.
With the shaved head too, it's really good.
I'm sorry, I'm embodying the crackhead.
You look like you live in what's it called, Gresham.
I'm increasingly getting more and more friendly with the homeless people around my building, just because I'm always out and about at the butt crack of dawn.
I love
They're
that.
giving away Inquisition
Homeless
on
people?
Prime.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
What?
They're giving away Dragon Age Inquisition on Prime.
Oh, on their like special new gaming thing, right?
No, it's like a Prime drop.
Yo, the Netflix gaming thing for mobile released on Android.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fuck.
Treasure.
Oh, shit.
They're on crack, dude.
I'm on crack.
Nice.
Huh.
If it makes you happy,
It doesn't.
but it should. Crack.
Yeah, you're cracked.
Oh. You're cracked. Thank you.
God, that reminds me of when we were talking earlier about contentious characters that can like be harmful to the group occasionally. It reminds me of a story about these guys were playing a D&D in the Weird West. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's basically Western with magic elements. It's like everything was normal up until like Civil War era. Then there was like crazy Indian magic and spirit realm shit. And anyways, the character they had was this old prospector that threw dynamite as a weapon. And had bandoliers of dynamite, and he was super bad at it. So, and everyone was terrified he was gonna get shot or something and just blow up. Yeah, it's a fun character concept.
That's a great way to do like a, because there's a tons of characters like that. Like these crazy. Because that's the best way to play. Is you don't want to be like purposely, purposely assholey. You just want to be like kind of bad at what you do.
Just a little reckless, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to intentionally stab my party members in their sleep.
Oh fuck.
Yo, okay. If you want to.
What was it Avi or Jose that was wanting slavery in this?
Me.
Okay. I think I found one that might be able to accommodate at least for the one shot.
It's gonna be great.
It's one with like pirate raiders who could possibly take slaves.
Nice. I'm gonna sell a V.
Hmm?
What? Who?
Look, Jose,
Yeah.
watch this. She's eating pizza. Watch.
Oh, is this the chopstick
Oh,
one?
yeah.
No, it's the other one.
Chopstick.
Oh, you're thinking of what's his name? Sato.
Look, I got Scout. Oh, Yato. Yeah.
Yado.
Look, I got Asta.
You have Asta?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, he's always screaming.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I thought you were. You just started.
And
to
I got
roll.
Shaggy.
You just started.
I
to
got
roll.
Shaggy. Duncan, I have Shaggy.
I'm highly aware of that.
And Fanboy.
I also saw Shaggy, the Star Wars one.
Oh.
Bo Jackson.
Jackson. What the fuck is that?
That's interesting.
That looks super
Aw.
cool. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, it's a Maggie.
Nice.
It's a football story. 1776
A spark.
is an American football story. Is a space probe that gains sentience around the year 1776.
Really?
What the fuck? This sounds like a. This is the story about the future of base football. Sorry, not baseball, football.
It's Mad Lad.
Yo, what the
Dude,
fuck?
I got 2 Palkias in that.
Whoa, this is
Ooh.
insane.
You're cracked.
Go to this website.
Sit.
It's
I'll
like
have to look at this.
intergalactic football.
Wait,
What the? Oh my god!
Yeah, this is insane. I have to look at this later. This is awesome.
What the? That's what football's gonna look like. The time is 2:17 a.m.
This is such a big calendar. What's at the bottom of the calendar? Oh, if you get to the bottom of the calendar, it starts doing other shit.
Yeah.
This is
This is actually really fucking cool.
Do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of 973.
Yeah.
Here, if you like that, Mitchell, you might enjoy this. This one's a little more cryptic and less engaging, but you might enjoy it.
Ooh. That's cool. I'll have to look at these later.
God.
It's on crack, dude.
Oh my god, the game has been tied 24-24 for about a year. Oh my god. I fucking love this shit. It kind of reminds me of Idiocracy.
Yeah, so what kind of characters are you guys thinking about playing?
I'm not sure yet. I still like.
I don't know.
It depends on what we're running as a one shot, right?
I mean, like it
Well,
just depends on.
presumably
It mostly
we're gonna
just
do a
depends
bigger
on like
campaign.
what kind of playstyle you want to do.
So if we do a prison break, is it gonna be in like what's it called? Like, what is the universe? Is it gonna be like?
I mean,
It's gonna be medieval fantasy, most likely.
Yeah.
But that's kind of TBD. I'm looking more into actually this other one, which is here. I'll read the description for you.
what's the name? I'm just curious.
Shadows of the Moon Sea.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if it was one that's
Yeah.
obvious.
It's from Wizards of the Coast. I don't know how fleshed out it is. I'll have to read into it a bit more. But life on the Moon Sea isn't easy. Bandits, pirates, and cruel lords dominate the land, threatening those who make an honest living there. Now a new scourge is prowling the waters. A ghost ship has been striking small coastal villages, leaving its victims whispering about the Eye of Dracolich. Join the adventure and learn the truth behind this threat.
That sounds cool. I'm assuming it's Dracolich.
Yeah, probably.
Based off of the Lich. I might be also wrong because D&D pronunciations are borked as all fuck. So.
Yeah, it's not Moon Sea. It's actually Moana Sea.
That sounds cool. You should look into a one that you might enjoy called Spelljammer. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
It's space D&D.
Heard of Pepe Jammer?
I'm gonna be an
Forgotten
elf
Realms.
midget. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah, of course you know the Forgotten Realms. Everybody knows the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, I know the Forgotten Realms.
I forgot. I forgot.
Orgor.
It was very funny when I was able to sneak that in, talking about a realm forgotten when referring to Bane. It made me so fucking happy saying it. It was like, this is the point. So, the name Forgotten Realms is actually because it's just so old that like, the idea is that there's just so much lore that like, it's so. You never can like get to the bottom of whatever, you know.
I kind of like it because it's similar to the idea of Star Wars Legends, which I think is a clever way of dealing with. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the direction Disney's going, but I like the idea of resolving competing canons by calling one Legends, and it's just legendary stories that are told by spacefarers, right? It doesn't necessarily have to agree with everything.
Yeah, I mean.
And some might be true, and Disney will eventually make an adaptation of it.
Yeah.
The Old Republic would be so sick.
Yeah. Anything KOTOR related.
Yeah.
Darth Revan,
Are they making
Malachar.
they're making a new Star Wars MMO, aren't they?
I would not be surprised.
I know a Harry Potter game comes out next year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like RPG. And what else? There was another game that I was looking into. Can't remember. Jose, you're right.
What?
It is Wednesday.
Yeah.
My dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Do you know the Popeyes biscuits meme?
Yeah, I do. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple. The guy who's like these biscuits, and then he starts
Yeah,
screaming.
These biscuits.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like a cold, fresh Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a little better than that, but it's okay.
It's hype.
It is. Like, he's so cool. I don't think he's alive anymore.
Who knows?
Huh? Yeah.
Who knows?
Should we look it up? But lots of cool stuff.
It's like a lot of effort. Ignorance is bliss.
These biscuits.
This one looks cool. I just fucking love artwork, fantasy artwork and sci-fi artwork.
Oh yeah, I hear fourth editions got better artwork than fifth. That's so.
That's one of the things I'm most excited about DMing is I really like the idea of building PowerPoints with graphics in it. Or something. I don't know if it'd be through PowerPoint, probably not. Or whatever medium we're
PowerPoint
doing.
Photoshop.
Oh, yeah.
Just having slides or images ready to depict scenes.
Yeah, no,
I don't
that's
know.
cool.
Well, we'll see if I still feel that way when I have to start doing all of the work that might require and have to start throwing away encounters that I don't end up using.
Yeah,
But
you never truly throw away an encounter. You just
Yeah,
save
yeah,
it
I was
for
gonna
later.
say.
yeah, there's always application.
Yeah, but it you'll have your moments when you're like, man, this guy, he probably would have done this and that and that, you reset the courses of events for a session. So
Do people ever, like, let's say that you guys end up finishing your campaign, right? Do people ever vault campaigns and go back to them as new characters?
oh yeah, definitely one of the possible endings for this campaign is that the group succeeds. The world turns into a plane of turmoil, and the players now have to make new characters that are affected by this new point in time and have to go save the world.
The Oblivion Crisis, basically.
Yeah,
Are you
more or
guys, like,
less.
Are you guys evil? Are you guys evil? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah, they're evil.
Yeah,
but
they're
it seems
basically
like-
evil.
Is he okay? But James is like
James, yeah.
He's
Like,
he's very lawful. It feels like.
But
a
it
way.
seems like he thinks it seems like he in his mind isn't doing an evil. It seems like he thinks it's for the better good.
Well,
Yeah.
none of us. Well, at least I know from my perspective, I don't think I'm doing evil either.
No, you just think you
You're
think
just
you're
sadistic.
putting order into the world.
Yeah, it's the natural way of things. The strong rule the weak.
Yeah. And so ultimately by even in by freeing the demons, right? If the demons are the ones who are strongest, then they should be the ones that rule the world, right?
Yep. It's a very Mandalorian ethic.
Can
So.
you play? So, I know that we were talking earlier about the goal is people in the party that have either the same like quest in mind, like end goal, or they have end goals that coincide, so they work together as a party.
Yeah.
But is it possible to play as somebody whose end goal happens to be similar to the people in the party, so you progress with them, but you are planning to backstab them because you're gonna do something different with the end goal?
You can. Just the hard part is like, it's hard to find a clean break and then to introduce another character later on. That's kind of like the biggest thing, in my opinion. So
Okay.
like anything is possible in D&D. So like if you ever say like, can you do this? It's just more of like,
How
why
would you do
why
it?
don't people do this is more of a better question for if people don't do that certain thing.
Yeah. Like Avi and I were discussing, I think it was yesterday, the concept of having joint DMs on a single campaign.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, and my dad participated in that once as a player, and there are drawbacks and there are benefits.
Yeah.
Definitely depends on the dynamic of the group.
The term is called "the gods have gone mad," and so, you know, playing off the idea that no two DMs are exactly alike, and ultimately they're gonna play a little bit different here and there.
Yep.
It was originally the idea for our first kind of our DM where everybody would do a one shot, more or less. So. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
yeah, we just have to make it awkward when you do that.
It's great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll believe you.
How come Jose's name is the only one spelled properly?
Huh? Oh, true. True. No, it's not. It's missing the accent.
No, look, no, because you don't have red squiggles under your name.
Oh, true. There you go. Good job, Duncan. You're in good company.
You're not a player.
He
I
can
mean- Yeah.
DMs are just players.
Yeah, I just play everything that's not the players. I am the NPC. I'm every NPC.
Just don't play.
Duncan has big NPC energy.
That's also an interesting idea of having players play in a world that's mostly empty of like sentient NPCs. It's mostly just like environmental and like wilderness.
Yeah.
It could conceivably get boring, but like dealing with exhaustion and survival and all that.
Are there
Interesting
are
experience.
there D&D sessions where are there groups like are there well-known groups that have sessions that are so populated that like nearly every character that they run into is an actual other player?
Oh. I mean, I'm sure there is campaigns like that. Just organizing, setting that up. You know, the more players, the harder it is to set up a session.
Yeah.
There's only so many archetypes out there, right? So
I guess at that point it'd be like just making a movie.
yeah, or an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the goal is ultimately not to replicate games. At the end of the day.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
That was the shortcoming of Shambhala. I was trying to do too much at once.
R.I.P. Shambhala.
What is that?
It was a political role-playing game I was trying to make.
Yeah. I mean, would you ever want to go back to it with smaller scopes?
Probably, and I occasionally on the weekends I'll come back to it and I'll write some things down and I doodle with it every now and then.
Can I be a voice actor in your game, or is it like a D&D-esque game?
It would be D&D, it'd probably be RPG. The thing was, I was getting super OCD about having everything be perfectly accurate to the real world. So I was trying
That's
to design.
impossible.
Yeah, I was trying to design like how do I 3D render a spherical map and shit like that, and it was getting ridiculous. Like, what is the gross tonnage of a helicopter carrier from Japan? It's like, it's not really helpful. because it's not fun. Replicating the
There's-
real world's not fun because
There's
It
way
isn't.
too many things.
Yeah,
There's way too many things.
there's so many times where I just hand wave shit.
no, because it's about
Yeah.
escapism, right?
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, we'll talk about like lungs filling up. You know, like it would take a few seconds for your lungs to actually fill up, right? Like, and the sensation of taking a first breath would take a moment, and then James was like, you know, said some shit, and I was like, fuck it, who gives a shit at this point? Fuck it, I'm gonna, you know, there's no point in telling you now. Just do it now, you know. So.
Oh shit, you ready?
Yeah.
Made some good progress tonight.
True.
You guys gonna watch Konosuba?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a short list of one shots. Are we undubbed?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sure. I only watch dubbed.
Okay. If I die, I'll watch. If I succeed this level. So.
Logan, you're about to watch one of the best scenes already.
What's the end?
We're just starting.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
No, like so you know what scene?
I think so. Oh, yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. Okay, I died. Good night, stream. I'm done for tonight. This game's.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be